Say hello to the Vivo V70, the latest and greatest from the guys over at Vivo. This is a special phone, not just because it's new. A lot of exciting things going on here, like this 6.59-inch display with a surprising 5,000 nits of brightness. Yes, you heard me right, 5,000. It has a 6,500 milliamp battery, which is just insane. It's powered by the Snapdragon 7 Generation 4, and it's got three 50 megapixel cameras on it, two on the back, one on the front, and then it's got an 8 megapixel ultra wide. But it's got a lot of nice things going on. 6 years of security patches you're going to get for this, and it's even got an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, and it got the Zeiss lens stuff going on as well. So you know you're going to take some fantastic photos with it. You want to learn more? I do. Let's dive in and take a look at it. Here we have the Vivo V70, the latest and greatest from the guys over at Vivo. And this is a beautiful looking phone. Of course, it does look like an iPhone, but it is really nice looking. It's got this nice polished finish on here as well with the contrasting rails on the side. This color that I have is the sandalwood brown, but it comes in four colors. You can get it in canary yellow, alpine gray, golden hour, or sandalwood brown. And of course, it's got the Zeiss, which is something that Vivo is well known for when it comes to their cameras. It's going to take good photos, which I've got actual photo samples you'll be able to see in the video. So stay tuned for that later on. Pretty nice phone. Now it's running Android 16 out of the box. It gets 6 years of security updates and I believe 4 years of operating system updates. They didn't specify on operating system, but they did go ahead and say that it got 6 years of security patches. It's running the latest and greatest Snapdragon 7 Generation 4, which is a pretty darn good chipset. It's going to have plenty of power for everything that you need to do for it. And everything on here runs nice and smooth. So it's got Origin OS, which is their version of Android, which there is quite a bit of software on here, a lot of different apps that I had to go ahead and take off. But fortunately, you can uninstall like all of them and get rid of them, which is pretty nice. It's got a couple different configurations. You can get it with 8 gigs of RAM and a 256 option for storage. It goes as high as 12 gigs of RAM and 512, which is the model that I have. And the screen here is beautiful, which is crazy because it goes up to 5,000 nits brightness. So this is 6.59 inches. And with that, they're calling it 1.5K display. So it's in between 1080p and 1440p, otherwise known as 2K or Quad HD Plus, but it's technically 2750 by 1260, which is 459 pixels per inch, which is fine. It's got a beautiful, beautiful screen on here. Like you don't have to worry about that at all. It's made out of aerospace grade aluminum, and the body on it feels nice. You don't have to worry about that. Aluminum is definitely great whenever it comes to thermal and things like that, keeping the heat down, which I didn't really notice any problems with. 350 megapixel cameras on here. So you got a 50 megapixel primary, you got a 50 megapixel telephoto. It's got a 8 megapixel ultra wide here, so that one's kind of the that one was kind of the redheaded stepchild, but it's got a 50 megapixel primary and telephoto, and then it's got a 50 megapixel selfie as well. And I'll show you some photo samples here in a minute. So you got IP68 dust and water resistance, but also IP69, which is really good. So you get the IP68, which means you can drop it in the water up to 1.5 meters for half an hour, and it should still be okay. And then IP69 means it's protected against temperaturized water and also pressurized water from like up to 4 different angles, I think is what the definition is. So basically, it's waterproof safe. I mean, don't go put in your dishwasher or your washing machine, but I think it's up to like around 170 degrees or something like that. And I've tested that with previous phones before, so I know that that's a good certification to go ahead and have. And then in addition to that, you've got Bluetooth 5.4 for your connectivity. You've got 120 hertz refresh rate. This is an AMOLED display. So OLED screen, 120 hertz refresh rate, 5,000 nits brightness, which is incredible. You're going to see this outside with the sun super bright. You'll still have no problem seeing your phone. And it's got a massive, massive battery inside of this thing. Yes, a 6,500 milliamp battery, which is super good. Going to last you all stinking day long. You don't have to worry about that at all. and then 90-watt charging. So you're going to get charged quick, fast, and in a hurry, and then the sucker's going to last you all day. Like, you're not going to have to worry about this at all. It's got great battery life on it, so that's super nice. One thing I'm actually really excited about, it has the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner built in the screen. It's not an optical one, so you get top quality, super fast, great fingerprint recognition, and then it's also got facial recognition with the selfie camera as well. So that's also nice. And let's go and see what's in the box. Quite a few things in here. Oh, and just, I forget to mention this, it has a built-in, you can see here, it's got a built-in screen protector already. So that's something that's really nice. You don't have to worry about that out of the box. You're good to go and protected. Comes with this clear case. So you go and toss your phone inside of there. And one thing I do like about the whole clear case is that you can still see the color of the phone really, really well. Plus you get this protection, but it's really nice that out of the box you have a nice clear case and a screen protector built onto it. You've got the world's most useless documentation nobody is ever going to read. And then you've got your cable. It's USB Type A to Type C. And let's see if this is a massive, massive charging brick. But you can see it's USB Type A. It's an international charger. This is not for US. This phone is not available in the US. But of course, you can import one if you want to use it. And it's 90 watts. So you can get charged quick, fast, and in a hurry with that. And then, of course, they do go ahead and put the SIM removal tool in here as well. So you're going to have that going for you. It also has NFC, so you can do your wireless contactless payments, which is super nice. Everybody likes to do that stuff nowadays. And then we'll go ahead and take a look here. It even has, it looks like, I believe it's an IR blaster. Yes, you've got the IR blaster on top of it, which a lot of people like as well. And then also what's cool about the cameras, in addition to the whole Zeiss thing, so you get the Zeiss technology for taking photos, you've also got 4K 60 video and 85 millimeter portrait video, and portrait photo, and then you get a 100 millimeter close-up portrait, which is nice, and then the Zeiss natural portrait as well. So you got basically everything that you can ask for at your fingertips in here, and it gives you a lot of top-notch, high-quality flagship level stuff, even though it's more of like a mid-ranger phone. But the Snapdragon 7 Generation 4 is a really good chip. Now that we've covered most of the specs and unboxing, let's take a look at the photo samples that I took. So like I said, it's got a 50 megapixel primary, 50 megapixel super telephoto camera, all that Zeiss lens technology, 8 megapixel ultra wide, and the 50 megapixel selfie. This takes some really beautiful photos, which of course we're not a stranger to when it comes to Vivo. Vivo makes some great phones that take some great shots, and it's even got the 4K 60 video. So you've got a pretty complete setup all the way around, and you can see here from the photos, it takes nice shots, whether it's a regular photo or it's a portrait photo, whether that's on the selfie or the primary on the back. It takes some pretty nice looking photos, and I think you're going to be happy with it whenever it comes to all of that. Now, a couple of the downsides, it doesn't have wireless charging or reverse wireless charging. It just has regular wired charging, but that's at 90 watts. So when you combine that with the massive 6,500 milliamp battery, you're going to get some serious battery life out of this. It's going to recharge really fast. And, well, who cares about wireless charging when you have 90-watt wired charging? So all that, it's got an infrared blaster on the top, which is going to make some people really happy. Stereo speakers, which sound really nice and good. And it's a pretty total package. Now, the other thing that's kind of in the negative department, it doesn't say what kind of glass it has on. It's not Gorilla Glass. It's not Dragon Glass. I'm not sure what it is in the fact sheet that I got sent from them whenever I was doing all my testing. It doesn't say. So I'm not sure what glass it has, but it does have the built-in screen protector, which is nice. And, of course, there's a case in the box, so you're protected all the way around. Now, I believe the price is about 45,999 rupees or something, that equivalent, roughly about 500 US dollars. The other downside is not available in the US. So this is something, if you want to buy one, you're going to have to get it through a third party, resale, eBay, import it somehow. But the good news is I did test it out with T-Mobile, and I am getting 5G, which is neat. And while I'm sitting here rambling, I'll do a speed test just so we can see what we're getting inside of my office, which is not the best signal in the world. But I'll go ahead and run it. But I was surprised. I was very happy to see that it does get 5G, and then of course it also has 4G LTE. So if you go in an area where you don't have 5G, you're going to be covered that way. So I hit the speed test button, super fast. I mean, take a look at that. This is not on Wi-Fi. This is on 5G. 648 megabytes download. I'm getting 94 megabytes upload. That is really impressive. As far as like international Chinese phones from the Far East go, using them here in the US, you're going to get really, really good speeds. And important to note, though, you need to go into the settings under your network connection, and then from there, you're going to have to turn on 5G. By default, it was on 4G, which was weird. So at first, I thought I wasn't getting 5G, but a lot of times, you just have to go in and turn on your settings, make sure it's on 5G, make sure it's enabled before you rule out that it doesn't have it available. That is something nice that it does have, and it doesn't appear to have eSIM either. I went into the settings and I checked, and normally it would say eSIM, but doesn't appear to be an option for that unless there's something I'm not aware of. But it does have a SIM tray, so you can go ahead and you can put your SIM card in there. So that might make people happy. I mean, that does make me happy because I really am tired of this eSIM only stuff. So like eSIM only with iPhone, eSIM only with the Google Pixel phones. Hopefully Samsung's not going that way. I'm pretty certain that they're not. I'm fairly certain the new ones will have actual SIM trays because people still really love that stuff. But yeah, so only a few downsides here. Like I said, no wireless charging. You can't get it in the US. No Gorilla Glass, but it does have the IP68, IP69 rating for dust and water resistance. Also the pressurized water, the temperaturized water for super, super hot stuff. And overall, I've really enjoyed using this phone. It's got a beautiful screen, the 6.59-inch display, and then you combine that with the 5,000 nits brightness, and then you've got the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. This phone would utterly kill if it were here in the United States. This is the Android iPhone that you want over an iPhone. It has excellent quality cameras. You got plenty of power. The Snapdragon 7 Generation 4 is very good. It's like a 35% boost over the previous generation with the Snapdragon 7 Generation 3. I believe it's built on a 3 nanometer, it's a 2 or 3 nanometer process. So you're not going to produce tons of heat. You're going to be able to play a lot of AAA title games on here, which you may not be able to run them at 100%, everything maxed out, but it's good for gaming, great battery life, super fast charging, 5G, and Origin OS is nice. I mean, like I said, there was some stuff, there were some preloaded apps and things on here, but I was able to delete all of them and consolidate everything to where it's not just sitting there all over the phone, right? You can get rid of that stuff, and then there's plenty of storage as well, from a 256 up to a 512. And then when it comes to the memory, the different storage configurations, there's 8 and 256, 12 and 256, and 12 and 512. So you can go that route if you want, however you pick one of these up. And also for people who care, it does have very, very minimal bezels. They're very uniform. So that's nice as well. You get this maximum screen real estate with the beautiful HDR enhanced screen. And basically, yeah, if this were available in the US, this would sell like hotcakes, and it would beat the pants off of so many phones, including the regular iPhone. I mean, if you could get one of these for $500 in the US, most people are not going to look at a Pixel. I mean, this is definitely way better than a Pixel 10a. It's better, I think, than a regular iPhone 17. There's just so much nice stuff here, and then you get the versatility of Android on top of that. So that's all I got in this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all that stuff, please, of course, go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.